Like we're really fucking doing this fucking shit, you know? Guys, I literally thought about this the other day. Like, what if everything was just gone? Just stores down, ad accounts gone. Like, what if just everything, like team, everything was gone? Like, honestly, myself, like, I wouldn't like stress about it much. Why? It's just because I would exactly know what to do, right? You know, like in the past 4 years, I've really leveled myself up in a way. Like, okay, let's say you would lose everything today, you still have the skills to do it, to make it back. So yeah, basically I would know exactly like what to do, right? So let me guys walk you through it. So guys, to begin with, like I would like to do like a quick reality check. When I was just like 18, I worked in a fucking fries factory. I just worked there 5-6 days a week, 8 to 10 hour days, and like life was still decent, but like just working 24/7, working hard, and besides working, not doing much. You know, like when I just started out, I already tried a few things out. I tried the Dutch Amazon FBA, so like bol.com. I already tried like dropshipping with TikTok, but it didn't like really work out, right? So I was also in trenches, like you can say, right? Like I didn't work at McDonald's or that kind of stuff, but I worked for the manufacturer of McDonald's, you know? So I was in big trenches there, like big trenches, you know, like really like a lot of physical work. And now I'm at the point where I would never have to do that kind of work again. You know, to give you guys an example, like normally I don't have my Shopify notifications on. Like we're really fucking doing this fucking shit, you know? And like these notifications were only like the past hour, and it's right now 10:30 in the Netherlands. This is not to flex. I would never do shit to flex because I don't care. But it's just to show you guys that it's actually possible. Like when you have the right mindset and also the right work ethic, and you will make it happen. And in this video, guys, I will show you exactly what I would do with my Shopify store to get it all back. So guys, the first thing that I would do is I will pick a broad with really specific ICP. So what do I mean with that? In the beginning, please don't start like directly a niche store or something like that, or a branded store. Just in the beginning, keep it broad. So step one is picking a broad but really specific ideal customer persona. Like to begin with, I would pick women between, for example, 40 and 60 years old, because they really buy a lot online, and you know, like it's basically one of the best audience to sell to in the beginning. What's really important is in the beginning, you don't know yet what's going to work for your specific ad account, for your pixel. So you don't know if you already maybe should go like sub niche or something like that, but that's not important. In the beginning, just keep your store broad, just quite general. First, get something to click. So maybe it's dresses, maybe it's heels, maybe it's shoes, maybe it's jewelry. Like I don't care. Just in the beginning, keep it broad so you give yourself a chance for something to work. And the moment shit works, you can really go deep in the persona of that specific product. Maybe go in a sub niche, maybe make a branded store out of it, and then eventually like you will grow like that. But guys, like women, for example, 40 to 60-year-old, they are just really emotionally driven buyers. So make sure to begin with that specific ICP, and also make sure to reflect that inside of your creatives. So don't let me do a fucking store audit or a creative audit or something like that. And like your target, for example, 40-year-olds, and you have like a creative of a 20-year-old with a really slim body, you know, like a really a fit girl, you can say, like then it's never going to work. All these customers want is just reflection. The moment they have no reflection, they will not buy. So the moment you're going to sell to 40 plus, you have to imagine as if you were the customer, right? And what do they want to see on the ad? Like what are they looking for? So maybe they're in a position where they don't feel really comfortable with their body anymore. Maybe looking for a store that is really going to help them with maybe plus size clothing, but then like formulated in a way that they are not a problem, but maybe the dresses are a problem, right? And that you and your store have found a solution for it. Like women are really emotionally attached, so really make sure to take advantage of that in that kind of way. But guys, don't run any weird bullshit sales, but just use like your brain, cloud AI, like to create a really good ad copy. Step 2, like I would definitely run collections between 7 and 14 days old that you will find like with your product research that are being scaled right now. Guys, like basically the Facebook ads library, like you can see it as like a maze, right? But most people don't really know how to navigate it. They basically type in like one keyword, maybe like free shipping, maybe closing, because back in the day people used that fucking sale, and they will call it a day. They just type in free shipping, they scroll a bit, find 2 competitors, 3 competitors, and they will call it a day. But guys, unfortunately, that's not how the game works in this day and age, right? Guys, what I would exactly do is I would extract specific sentences from like long form ad copies that competitors are running and just check like what all these kind of competitors have in common. Why? A lot of people copy from each other, right? So let's say person A has a specific word in his ad copy, and I see, okay, person B and C have the same kind of ad copy, but they have rewritten it with like cloud. So, but what does that mean, guys? Some parts of the ad copy will stay the same, and that's really great. Like, let's say I put my ad copy in cloud and I make a variant. I just know that like the format will stay the same. I know that maybe the pain points will stay the same, and that's what you want to look for in their ad copies. The moment you can find those kind of sentences and words inside of their ad copy, you will find all the competitors you need. Because with these long form ad copies and that kind of stuff, like it's harder to find the competitors inside of the ad library since it's a maze, right? But the moment you do this and you really start to understand what kind of specific words they have in their long form ad copy, which is similar across multiple ad copies with multiple competitors, like you will find gold. Like you will really find gold, and you will find all the competitors that you need to have to find basically their best collection to scale right now. So please make sure to implement this, guys. And also really make sure to look for like collections that are in the top 10% of the active ads of the competitor. But like you really want to find a gap. So let's say he has 150 ads live. Like most ads are maybe live for 30 days, 25 days. But in the top 10%, so in the first, for example, 10 ads, you will find 1 or 2 ads that's maybe instead of 30 days live, maybe 8 days live, maybe 10 days live. That's really the gap like that you're going to look for. Why? Like that are the ads that he's just really scaling like really rapidly in a short amount of time. If the competitor scales exactly how I would scale, it can already be at a few K budget at least on like day 8. So please make sure to find that gap and directly make sure to test these collections as well, but with different content, with a different angle. So you're unique and you can outscale the competitor eventually. So make sure to implement this as well. Step 3, guys. Like this is a bit of like an extra step of like step 2, but a really important one. Guys, really make sure to focus and double down on collection pages. And guys, why is that? Like I don't personally know like a lot of people doing, for example, 50k days, 60, 70k days with only product pages. Like collection pages on Meta is really the way to scale hard. Why? You have a way higher AOV. Again, like let's say you're selling in USA, you have a 40 euro product, bro. You're never going to outscale me. And that's a fact. And also like, let's say you have a product page with one dress, with one color, and you basically give, for example, 1,000 to 3,000 people one option. A collection can give them 50 options, maybe 100 options. Like that's really the moment like when you're going to see great results, you know? Like now you can send the same 1,000 or 2,000 sessions to a collection page with multiple things to choose from, with multiple colors, with multiple dresses. So of course it will convert better on like the big audience, you know? And that's the moment like that you can really start pumping these budgets really aggressively. Like single product pages, my opinion, like work best for example, like problem solving products. But for like fashion, guys, just stay to collections. Also, all the fashion brands that really focus on collections. So make sure to implement this. Step 4, I would use long form ad copies every time in my ad creatives. You know, like we've split tested this a lot actually. Like we have split tested this like maybe 100 or thousands of times, and again and again and again, long form ad copies win right now. So I would definitely go for a long form ad copy. And why, guys? Like women of, for example, 40, 45, like they want to feel emotionally attached to the store. Like this is basically already like what I explained in the beginning. Like they really want to feel attached to a store emotionally. Like they read, you know, like they really read these long texts. So, and you can really trust me on that. They really connect with the store. Short ad copies don't really hit the pain point like the long form ad copies do. So like you already do like a bit of like pre-selling, and they're already a bit more attached the moment they click on your ad, you know? And also the moment you use like long form ad copies and you will target the right ICP, your CTR will go up a lot, which means you're going to get more traffic on your site for cheaper. And when you combine that with the right products, you're going to make more money. Guys, the long form ad copy is like really the way to go in fashion 2026 as of right now, because of course like trends change, like the market adapts, of course, but like really emotional hooks, like for example having in your ad copies that they're not the problem but maybe the dress is the problem. Like the moment you really like target them on like the emotional side with like the ad copies, you will win, and like that's a fact. Step 5, how I would exactly make my creatives for the store. Like I would just keep it like quite simple, just CBO 100 products, just 5 videos, maybe with some music behind it, maybe with a voiceover behind it, and no Facebook enhancements, guys. Also, when you duplicate the campaign, make sure to still disable it, okay? Like Facebook really tries to get the money, so make sure to always disable these enhancements. Guys, like believe me, like it kills your performance, so please make sure to disable it. Keep it simple, 5 creatives, 1 campaign, take one from the competitor and create for yourself with, for example, Kling. It works really well. Use Cloud for the prompt and you will be good to go. Always make sure, for example, to add some music behind it and maybe add a voiceover behind it. Like let's say you don't know like what kind of sound or music you need to put behind the creative. Just put your best competitor's ad in CapCut. Just remove the music from like the ad and put the music behind your own ad, like that you've created yourself. Like first test that, like the moment it starts hitting a bit, you will have more creatives with different sounds, and you will also start implementing more ad sets with more creatives that target the top, middle and bottom of the funnel, and then you're really good to go to scale hard. And also guys, quick side note, like let's say you pick a video from the competitor, like for example the best one, and you only take like 1 video, make sure to put it inside of CapCut, speed it up with like 1%, then render it again to remove like the metadata. Like this is a quick tip, but make sure to implement this, guys, because otherwise Meta will see your creative as the same as the competitor, because you still have like the metadata there, and then your CPCs and your CPMs will go up. So please make sure to remove this, okay? Step 6, like your AOV needs to be above 75 euros from day one, guys. Your average cost per purchase nowadays in the US can be 25, 35 euros. So guys, if your AOV is 50, like your store will be already dead before it starts. A 75 euro collection page is like really the moment that your will start to be profitable, you know, and it will really be a money printer. 100 euro AOV is really the sweet spot, like where you want to aim for. Also, a quick side note on pricing in the US, like people in the US have money and they always buy with cards, right? So stop selling cheap. Like you can just raise your prices, honestly, like we do it as well. Test higher prices. I've seen campaigns where the higher price products outperforms the original, honestly. For example, like you tested on like 50, I test on 70, but my campaign still prints, bro. So please make sure to also, like in the beginning, okay, I would have like my price a bit lower, but the moment you get some traction, also test these higher prices to get the most money out of it, to scale higher, to really unlock that skill. Like that's really important, you know, because the moment you have like a 50 euro AOV, bro, like you're not going to scale in the US. Like I just don't prefer to do it that way. Just really make sure to have your high AOV. And guys, the 7th and last step of this video is check ad level before you kill anything. I've already said this like quite some time. A lot of people don't realize it yet. A lot of people kill campaigns and hidden winners. Like you really can find gold inside of the campaigns that you're right now killing. Let's say your spend hits 25. Just check ad level. Maybe one ad has like 12 euros spent with maybe 80 cents CPC and maybe 2 checkouts, but you've killed the campaign. But actually, like that's your isolation candidate, you know, like you can really duplicate the campaign with that specific ad inside of it and just give it a proper second chance. Like why? Like let's say you have a campaign that spent like 30, like big chance that you already kill some good ads before they can even prove themselves. But like let's say on the first day of testing it goes bad and then you isolate and then it goes great, bro. Like this happens to me all the time. Like we've created like a dozen of winners just by isolating, and like that's a fact. So guys, please make sure to really check ad level before you kill anything. Also, last but not least, like a quick side note, like why do most people never scale? A lot of people, they have, for example, 3 or 4 stores, they test a few products here and there, never being like really consistent, even on multiple platforms, and still like learn nothing really, you know, like, but obsession beats fucking talent, guys, every time. Make sure to really do this like with one business model, like with one way to do it. Like guys, I was also just someone from a fucking Vice factory, but I just logged in with one good thread and then it worked. But The moment you have like more like the shiny object syndrome, you can say, you tap in a lot of different business model, like a lot of different markets, and then it's not going to work. You have to stick with something in order to really get it to work. And in this game, success is always in the details. And you only learn these details by doing one specific business model for a longer period of time, and not just like tapping into multiple every time or maybe every month. Like then it's never going to work. You know, like obsession beats talent. So make sure to lock in with one business model, and then it's really going to work. So guys, that was it already for this video. Like I hope that I've given you like a lot of like hidden gems, you can say. And like guys, this is the exact system that we go through live every fucking week, multiple times a week inside of the inner circle as well. Real ad account breakdowns, like live product research, name it, we've done it all. I've watched people go from 0 to 5k days, from 0 to 20k a day, just by fixing some small details, because that's eventually like what's a success. Like success is really in the details. And guys, if you want the shortcut, the link is in the description. And if not, please make sure to use this framework, and you're already ahead of 95% of the people that are not implementing this, okay? So guys, please make sure to implement everything that I've said in this video. And then I wish y'all a very nice day. And then I will see you guys soon with a new video. Ciao.